Mark had a simple routine. Every evening after work, he stopped by the gym. Same machines, same music blasting in his earbuds, same 45-minute workout before heading home. That night started no different. The gym smelled like rubber mats and sweat. Mark jogged on the treadmill, lifted a few weights, then hit the showers. By the time he left, the sun had already disappeared behind the parking garage. He got home around 9:30. That's when the itching started. At first, it was nothing, just a tiny tickle on the bottom of his right foot. Mark kicked off his shoes, rubbed his foot against the carpet, and laughed. Probably athlete's foot, he muttered. He scratched it for a few seconds. Relief, perfect relief. Until 10 seconds later, the itch came back, this time worse. Mark sat down on the couch and scratched harder. His fingernails dragged across the skin until it turned red. The itching stopped again for maybe 30 seconds. Then it came back even stronger. It felt deeper now, not on the surface, inside, like something under the skin was crawling around. Mark frowned and scratched again, harder this time. His nails dug into the bottom of his foot until tiny beads of blood appeared. Finally, relief. He sighed and leaned back. 30 seconds later, the itch exploded. Mark gasped. It felt like needles stabbing into the center of his foot. He clawed at it frantically, scratching, rubbing, scraping the skin raw. What the hell? The itching wouldn't stop. No matter how hard he scratched, it only moved from the heel to the arch. The ball of his foot, like something alive, was shifting inside. Mark grabbed a kitchen knife and carefully pressed the blade against the skin. Just a small cut. Maybe pressure would stop it. He sliced a tiny line into the irritated skin. Blood dripped onto the floor. For a moment, the itching stopped. Okay, I fixed it. Then it started again. Stronger, deeper, violent. Mark screamed and slashed the knife again, cutting deeper into his foot. The itching moved further inside, like it was burrowing away from the blade. That's when the smell began. A sour, rotten smell, like spoiled meat left out in the sun. Mark gagged. He looked down at his foot. The skin around the cuts had turned dark purple, then black, and it was spreading. The itching was unbearable now. Mark slammed his foot onto the floor, grinding it into the carpet while hacking at it with the knife. Blood smeared across the rug, but the itch kept coming. Knock, knock, froze. His girlfriend's voice came through the door. Mark, you home? He tried to stand, but collapsed onto the couch, clutching his leg. Opened the door and stepped inside. Hey, babe, She stopped. She looked around the room. What is that smell? Her eyes dropped to the floor. Blood. Then to his foot. The skin was peeling away in wet chunks where he had been cutting. Black rot crawled up his ankle. Emily screamed, "Mark, what are you doing?" He looked at her with wide, desperate eyes. His hands trembled as he raised the knife again. "I can't stop it." The itching suddenly surged again. Shrieked. He slammed the blade into his own ankle, sawing wildly. Blood sprayed across the floor. Backed away in horror. "Mark, stop!" But he couldn't, because deep inside the rotting flesh of his foot, something moved, something wiggling, something alive. And as hacked, Deeper, desperate to stop the itching, a pale, worm-like creature slowly pushed its head through the torn skin. And the itching only got worse.